are you? Are you fine? Very good. All of you open your EVS course book. All of you open your EVS course book, page number 44. Open your EVS course book, page number 44. I'm your home. 1/4 of me is covered with land and rest with water. I am the unactive planet in our solar system. Who am I? You must guess that. Who am I? On me, 1/4 of land is there. On me, 1/4 of land and 3/4 of water is there. I am a planet. Who am I? I am a new planet. I'm different from remaining planets. I am only the planet. I am only the life-giving planet. I am only the life-giving planet covered with 1/4 of land and 3/4 of water. Who am I? Who am I? I am the earth. I am the earth. Already explained. I showed you globe also. Globe is the model of the earth. What is the boy observing in the picture? In this miniature model of earth, identify which color represent land and which color represent water. Amma, land here, one of the boy is observing. It is the miniature, means a globe is the miniature of earth. Okay? Globe represent the earth. It is a model. Globe is the model. A boy is observing the globe. What he is observing? On the globe, oceans are colored with the blue. Oceans are colored with the blue. The blue color part is the water. Blue color part is the water. And the brown color part is the land. Brown color part is the land and the blue color part is water. On the earth, the 3/4 water is there. Means water bodies are more than the landforms. Than the landforms. Land kante edi ekkundi. Water level, water quantity ekkundi. Water quantity is more than the land. Our planet is made up of 3 main layers. The outermost thin and the solid layer of earth is called the crust. The second layer is called the mantle and the innermost layer is the core. It is our earth, no? Earth is covered with the landforms and also water bodies. Landforms, earth is covered with the landforms. Landforms ఉన్నాయి and also water bodies also there. Now we are going to observe about the layers of our earth. How many layers are there? 3 layers are there. Earth is having 3 layers. The outer layer, this is the outer layer where we stand. It is the outer layer. It is called the outer layer which we see outside. It is the outer layer. Means the land surface, the surface of our earth. The surface of our earth is the outer layer. It is called the crust. It is called the crust. The outer layer. It is like a shell. It is like a shell and also it is very thin. It is the outermost layer. Means this outer layer This outer layer is thin, very thin, and the solid layer, it is called a crust. It is like a shell. The outer layer is like a shell. If you observe an egg, take an egg. If you take an egg తీసుకున్నారనుకున్నా, egg shell ఉంటుందా పైన? Egg shell is like the crust to the earth. Our earth layers are observed with the egg. Take an egg. This is the earth. Egg is having 3 layers. Egg is having 3 layers. Egg lo kuda 3 layers untayi. Untaya? First, the egg surface is the shell. Egg surface is the shell. మనం ఏం చేస్తాం ఆ షెల్ ని? మనం ఎగ్ బాయిల్ చేసుకుంటే షెల్ తీసేస్తాం. It is the shell. Shell is like the crust. మన ఎగ్ కూడా షెల్ ఉంది. ఆ షెల్ పైన మనము we are living on the shell. That is called crust. It is thin. మన ఎగ్ outer layer shell కూడా చాలా పల్చగా ఉంటుంది. ఉంటుందా? That is called a shell. Egg shell. Egg is having the shell and our earth is having the crust. Earth layers are compared with the egg. మన earth layers దేంతో కంపేర్ చేస్తున్నాను ఇక్కడ? ఎగ్ తో కంపేర్ చేస్తున్నాను. ఎగ్ కి పైన షెల్ ఉంటుంది కదా, ఆ షెల్ క్రస్ట్. షెల్ ఎంత పల్చగా ఉంటుంది, థిన్గా ఉంటుంది కదా. మన ఎర్త్ యొక్క క్రస్ట్ కూడా పల్చగా థిన్గా ఉంటుంది. ఇట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ outer layer is called crust. Where we stand and where we live, మనం ఎక్కడైతే లివ్ చేస్తున్నామో అదే ఆ ప్లేస్ ఏంటి? ఇట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ crust. It is like the shell. And next, second layer. The second layer is called the mantle. Amma, in the egg we can see the white layer. Ikkada white layer untundi lopala. Untunda? Egg is having second layer is a white layer. Second layer is a white layer, no? When we boiled, we can see. When we remove the shell, after boiling, బాయిల్ చేయడం అయిపోయాక మనం ఆ షెల్ని రిమూవ్ చేసామనుకో, ఫస్ట్ ఏ పార్ట్ కనబడుతుంది మనకు? ఒక వైట్ పార్ట్ కనబడుతుంది. వీ కెన్ సీ ద వైట్ పార్ట్. సేమ్ లైక్ దట్ ఇన్ ఎర్త్ ఆల్సో. ఇఫ్ యూ ఓపెన్ ద క్రస్ట్, ఈ పైన క్రస్ట్ అని షెల్ తీసేసామనుకో, లోపల ఏముంటుందిరా అంటే there is a second layer called mantle. The second layer is the mantle. What is the second layer? The second layer is called the mantle. It is the mantle. The second layer is the mantle, like a white pot in the egg. Egg lo itu lopala white pot ila untundo, mana earth lopala kuda oka mantle ane layer untundi. Okay, next, the inner layer, innermost layer is called the core. The inner layer, inside one more part is there, no, 3 layers. Our earth is having 3 layers like an egg. Inside the egg pine shell untundi, shell like a crust. Inside white layer is there. White layer is the mantle. And inside we can see the yellow part. Yellow part is there, no? Yellow part is called the yolk. Y-O-L-K, yolk. Inside part is called the yolk. The yellow part. Egg lopala white yellow part undi kada, yellow part ni yolk antam. Like that, earth also having the inner part, inside part. The inner part is called as core. The inside part is called a core. Like an egg, it also is having 3 parts. Outer part is called crust, and the second part is called mantle, and the inner final third part is called the core, like an egg. Egg is also having shell, yolk, white, and also yolk. Our earth is compared with an egg. Egg to compare చేశాను. Egg లో ఎలా అయితే 3 parts ఉంటాయో earth లో కూడా 3 layers ఉంటాయి. Where we are living on the crust. Surface పైన ఉన్నాం ఇక్కడ మనం. We are living here means we are living on the shell means crust. Crust పైన మనం live చేస్తున్నాం. Okay? Next, the structure of the earth can be compared to a boiled egg. Already I compared, no? Next, the non-living and living components which are interdependent make the earth a planet of life. The crust and the upper part of mantle together form the lithosphere. Here, the crust. This is the crust, no? The crust and also second layer. What is the second layer? The second layer is the mantle. The outer layer and also the second layer both are called as a lithosphere. Both are called as lithosphere. And it is the earth's solid land surface. It contains naturally formed land masses and land forms of different sizes and shape. The major land masses are continents. Here, Nana, on our earth, living things and non-living things are there. Living things and natural non-living things. Natural non-living things like air, water and land. What are the natural non-living things? Here on our earth, living things are there and non-living things are there. Living things example is animals, humans and plants. Who are there on the earth? Who are there on the earth? Living things and non-living things. Example for the living things are animals. మన హ్యూమన్స్ కూడా యానిమల్స్లోనే ఇంక్లూడ్ అవుతారు. లివింగ్ థింగ్స్ ఆర్ క్లాసిఫైడ్ ఇన్ 2 forms, plants and animals. Okay, living things examples plants and animals. Humans also included in animals. Animals మన హ్యూమన్స్ కూడా యానిమల్స్లోనే ఇంక్లూడ్ అవుతారు. ఓకే, లివింగ్ థింగ్స్ ఆర్ దేర్. లివింగ్ థింగ్స్ మీన్స్ plants and animals are there on the earth. And also non-living things, natural non-living things are there. What are the natural non-living things? Air, water and land. These 3 are the natural. Naturally they are formed. For Nana, example book is there. It is a non-living thing. It is a book is a non-living thing. But it is made by man. Who made it? Man, no? So it is the man-made non-living thing. Man-made non-living thing. ఎందుకంటే ఇది మనమే తయారు చేస్తాం. ఇది న్యాచురల్ ఫామ్ అయిందా? It was formed naturally. Book is formed naturally. No, here board is there. It is also man-made natural. Man-made non-living thing. Mobile is there, Nana. Computer is there. TV is there. These are all man-made non-living things. Book, pen, chair, table, piano. These are all man-made things. We made them. They are not formed naturally. Avi natural form avalevu. Man made them. So they are called man-made non-living things. But air, water and land, man made them. But man made chesada. Can you make air? Can you make water? Can you make land? No. We can't make them. They are formed naturally. How the living things are formed naturally, like that they are also formed. They are also formed. Okay, on our earth living things are there and natural non-living things are there. They are interlinked. Interlinked ante we can't live without air, water and land. Always the living things depend on the natural non-living things. మనం natural non-living things పైన depend అయినాము. Can you live without water? Can you live without land? Can you live without air? No, we can't live. They are interlinked. లింక్ అయిపోయాం అన్నమాట. అవి లేకుండా మనం బ్రతకలేము. Isn't it? Very good. Next. These are the here. This second part is the mantle and the first part is crust. Both are called the lithosphere. On this lithosphere, here only, on this lithosphere, land forms are there and the water forms are there. Oceans, seas and ikkade form hotayi. Oceans, seas and mountains, hills, all they are formed on these two parts. The two parts lone untayi. Okay now. This is called a lithosphere. Next, the Mariana Trench, the deepest ocean. Marianas Trench, the deepest ocean point in the world, is in the Pacific Ocean. If Mount Everest was placed here, there would be about 2 kilometers of water above it. Mariana Trench in the ocean, in the Pacific Ocean. Mariana Trench is one of the place in the Pacific Ocean. I said you, Pacific Ocean is the largest and deepest ocean. Understand me? Yesterday I said this. Mariana Trench, Pacific Ocean. Pacific Ocean is the largest ocean. Largest ocean చెప్పాను కదా, 1/4 of water is there in the Pacific Ocean. Normal గా మన 3/4 వాటర్ ఉంది కదా, 3/4 వాటర్ లో 1/4 of వాటర్ ఎక్కడ ఉందంట? Pacific Ocean లో ఉంది. Understand me? ప్రపంచం పైన 100% of water ఉంది. On our world, in the world 100% of water is there. In 100% of water, nearly 40% of water is there in the Pacific Ocean. 40% of water is there in the only the Pacific Ocean. That's what it is, the largest ocean in the world. And also deepest places are there. Mariana Trench. Mariana Trench is the deepest point. Mariana Trench is one of the place in the Pacific Ocean. Mariana Trench is the place, is a point, is one of the point in the Pacific Ocean. Is the deepest point. అంటే చాలా లోతుగా ఉన్న ప్లేస్ అట. ఎంత లోతు తెలుసా మీకు? We can keep the Mount Everest. Mount Everest is the highest peak, no? Mount Everest is the highest peak in the world, no? Kada Mount Everest is the highest peak kada. ఆ highest peak ని తీసుకొచ్చి మనము Mariana Trench అనే పాయింట్ లో పెడితే it may dip. It may dip. The Mount Everest may dip in the Mariana Trench point. డిప్ అయిపోతుంది మొత్తం, ఈ వాటర్ డిప్ అయిపోతుందంట. డిప్ అయిపోగా ఇంకా 2 kilometers మిగిలిపోతుంది. There is 2 kilometers remain. Now see, now imagine that what is the height, what is the length, what is the length of the Mariana Trench. Understand me? Mariana Trench is the deepest point in the Pacific Ocean. Okay? We can keep the Mount Everest. Mount Everest ని తీసుకొని మనం ముంచొచ్చు అంత లోతుగా ఉంటుందంట. Okay? Next. What do you see in this picture? What do you see? He is floating. He is floating on the water surface. Is it possible? Then dip అవ్వట్లేదు, మునిగిపోవట్లేదు వాటర్లో, సర్ఫేస్ పైన ఉన్నాడు ఇక్కడ. He was on the surface of the water. Is it possible? How it is possible? We will see next. A man is floating on water and reading a book comfortably. Is this a miracle? See, Nana? See the picture? He is floating on water and reading a newspaper. Is this miracle? Is it possible to you? అలా వాటర్ పైన పడుకొని నువ్వు పేపర్ చదువుతావారా? ల్యాండ్ పైన పడుకున్నాడు. Is it possible? It is possible. It is not a miracle. It is done. It is real. Say next. No, it is not a miracle. This happened in the Dead Sea. We can sleep like this on the Dead Sea. It is happened in the Dead Sea. Dead Sea పైన పడుకుని న్యూస్ పేపర్ చదువుతున్నాడు. What's happened in the Dead Sea? Which lies between Israel and Jordan. The water in the Dead Sea is 10 times saltier than ocean and almost nothing lives in it. మీకు అర్థమవుతుంది ఇక్కడ? ఏమర్థమైంది ఇక్కడ? It is happened in the Dead Sea. Dead Sea is one of the sea. The sea name is Dead Sea. A sea pere Dead Sea. Sea name is Dead Sea. It is lies between Israel and Jordan. ఎక్కడుందో తెలుసారా? Israel and Jordan దగ్గర ఉందంట Dead Sea. Why the man is floating like that? Why he is not dipping? ఎందుకు డిప్ అవట్లేదో తెలుసా మీకు? The Dead Sea water is 10 times saltier than the ocean water. Actually మనకు తెలుసు, ఏమని తెలుసు? Ocean water is salty. You know that, no? Ocean water is salty, but Dead Sea water is saltier than 10 times saltier than the ocean water. Understand అవుతుంది ఇక్కడ? Dead Sea water ocean water కంటే 10 times ఎక్కువ సాల్టీగా ఉంటాయి. Understand? Dead Sea water is 10 times saltier than the ocean water. That's what he may float. We can't dip. మనం కూడా డెడ్ సీ దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళామనుకో, మనకు కూడా తనలాగా ఉడకని పేపర్ చదవచ్చు. Because Dead Sea water is saltier, most salty than the ocean water. Ocean water కంటే 10 times salt ఉంటుంది. ఎంత సాల్ట్ ఉందో చెప్పండి కదా? That's what we can't dip. మనము అందుకనే మనం మునగలేము అక్కడ. We can't dip in the water. That's what అంత సాల్ట్గా ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి దానికి డెడ్ సీ నేమ్ పెట్టారు. ఎగ్జాంపుల్ కూడా ఇచ్చాడు. Let us do an experiment to understand this concept. Take 2 glass tumblers of similar shape and size. Fill them with fresh water to the same level. Now pick 2 similar sized fresh eggs and drop 1 egg into one of those tumblers. Observe what happened. The egg sinks to the bottom. Now add some common salt to the second tumbler and mix it well. Drop the second egg into the tumbler of salt water. Observe what happened. This time the egg floats in water. Em cheyamannadu manaku? Take 2 tumblers. Take 2 same sized tumblers. Em cheyali manamu? 2 glasses తీసుకో. Tumblers means glasses. Take 2 tumblers of same sized. Of a same sized. Same size 2 tumblers ni తీసుకోవాలి. Then what we have to do? Next we have to take the 2 eggs which are same size. Take 2 eggs which are in same size. Rendu same size ఉన్న eggs తీసుకోమన్నాడు. Okay? Then you must pour water in same size, same level. pour water into 2 tumblers at the same level. And the same equal level లో వాటర్ పోయండి. Then take an egg. Take an egg. Okay, తీసుకొని ఏం చేయాలి మనము? Drop an egg into 1 tumbler. Okay? Take an egg and drop the egg into 1 tumbler. ఒక tumbler పైన వేయాలి, లో వేయాలి. It may dip now. The egg may dip. మనం ఎగ్స్ వాటర్లో వేసి ఏమవుతారు? మునిగిపోతాయి, డిప్ అయిపోతాయి. డిప్ అయిపోతాయా లేవా? It was dipped. The egg is dipped. Dip అయిపోయింది. Dipped. Then next glass is there now. Next tumbler. You must add salt. Pour salt. You must pour salt into the second glass. Salt వేయండి. Then you have to mix it well. Mix well. సెకండ్ గ్లాస్లో సాల్ట్ బాగా వేసి ఏం చేయాలి? మనం మిక్స్ చేయాలి. మిక్స్ చేసినప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది? సాల్ట్ మొత్తం డిజాల్వ్ అయిపోతుంది. డిజాల్వ్ అవుతుంది కదా వాటర్లో. నౌ డిజాల్వ్డ్ సాల్టీ వాటర్. This is dissolved salty water. This is the salty water now. It is a salty water. It is the normal fresh water. It is fresh water. It is the fresh water. It is the salty water. Salty water. Now take one more egg. We have 2 eggs now. Take one more egg and drop it into the second glass. Second glass. Second glass లో వేసినప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది అంటే it won't dip. It may float on the water surface. Understand me? It is a salty water. It is a fresh water. In the fresh water, the egg is dipped. Egg ఏమైపోయింది? Dip అయిపోయింది, మునిగిపోయింది. But it is a salty water now. Here, the egg is not dipping. Dip అవ్వట్లేదు. It is floating on the water surface. It is floating. You must do this experiment at your home. Okay? By this, you can understand how the man is floating in the picture. Understand me? ఇక్కడ egg dip అయిందా? ఇది fresh water dip అయింది. ఇది ఏం వాటర్ ఇది? This is the salt water. That's what it is floating. Like that, the Dead Sea is having much salt. It is the more saltier water. ఎక్కువ salt, 10 times salty కదరా. ఓషన్ వాటర్ కంటే 10 times ఎక్కువ సాల్ట్ ఉంటుంది అందులో. కాబట్టి ఆ మ్యాన్ అక్కడ ఫ్లోట్ డిప్ అవ్వట్లేదు. దట్స్ వాట్ హీ ఈస్ ఫ్లోటింగ్. ఓకే, అండర్స్టాండ్? వెరీ గుడ్. ఓకే, టుడేస్ క్లాస్ ఇస్ కంప్లీటెడ్. బై.